welcome to Snips. First off, I want to thank all of my new subscribers and the ones that have been with me through it all. We have reached our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. I am here today with a casebook reveal. I did put the casebook together and we're going to do a flip through of it. But first, I want to show you the Wednesday share. And I think we're going to have to go out a little bit, so don't mind if you see anything on my desk, because, yeah, there's a mess. But, hey, we'll just do what we have to do, and if I have to pull in, we'll pull in. We'll just pull in a little bit closer. But this is the Wednesday share that is on the 4 a.m. Junk Journals Facebook page. You have to be a member. You can get it. It goes with the kit. The colors of the kit. You don't have to have the kit in order to participate. You can use whatever you want to use, but if you want a freebie to, you know, have a little bit of the color in your journal, you can collect this if you want over on the Facebook group. They come out every Wednesday, and if you share your casebook on Wednesdays from midnight, when she posts the Wednesday shares, just on Wednesdays under that thread, you can be entered in for a drawing for some winnings, and I believe you can get a kit. And if you want to get a kit, you know, just saying. I've already cut it. I printed it off twice. I've already cut into it because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to set this off to the side for the moment. This is what everybody wants to see, so we're going to go in closer so you can see what I did with it. This is my casebook. I put an eyelet here for a little dangle with all the little fun things that I have. It has a number on there. It has my badge on there. It has some keys, has some cuffs, and I just thought that was cool. I don't know if that's the murder weapon or not, but you know, time will tell. I did this with chipboard, a subway bag. That is Tarine, who is the detective that I am playing for this. I put some embossing powder here where it says casebook. There's some embossing powder here for the gingham piece. I did put coffee rings on it because, you know, what's a detective without coffee rings, right? That's that. And then this is one of those 3 safety pins. I did that. There is, let me move my mouse here. There is 10 signatures in here, but I will show you why there's 10 signatures here. When we flip in, when we open, we also go back to the brown for the paper bag. So my first signature, I put the cover, which says Blackwood Academy for the all-girls school. And then I did this here, which was to, remember when I showed you the 2 pages where it says my casebook, and then this, and then my little friend. And then here we have this where it says detectives. It opens like this. So I'm going to put each one of the detectives that are playing along here, their names or whatever their little icons are or whatever, so I know who's playing along, because I am going to be doing a Discord thing every week so people can ask questions and all that. So I want to know who I'm talking to. So that's what I'm going to use that for. So that's a little flip out, and then I have a little pocket here, so if I want to add any notes or anything like that. I did that. And then when we flip the page over, we have this, and this was the school roster, and then I have this, and then there's my center, and then the other side, and then the other side. We can pull this out for the time being. We'll talk about that in a minute. I put some book page, and then that's the other side of it. And then this signature here, this is Professor Hammond. And then I put the victim like this. It says the victim. And then I put this little victim thing like this. There's the school, where she teaches. That is the hallway. And then that's the back part of her. And then this one is the crime scene. There she is again. And then when you open it up, this is the crime. Her office door. Oh, pull that out. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then that's her office, where she was found. And then that's the back page. And these are the characters. This is a signature too for the characters. And I put the person of interest here because they are the persons of interest. They're all in one signature. I just haven't labeled them all because all of them have not come out yet. We will be adding the clues for week 1 to this also. And then this was the one page that said timeline. I turned it into, it is a belly band. And there's a few pages here so that if I want to add anything. This is news clippings. This is a pocket. I made that into a pocket. This also has a few pages, so if I wanted to add anything, which is a signature. Oh, I have a few pages there so I can add some stuff. This is evidence. This is folded in half. And then when you flip it, there's a pocket here, so if I want to add anything here. And then there's pages here. This is clues. Also, this is a pocket. And then I have pages. See, there's some information here. That's the center. And then there's some more if I want to put some more stuff here. There's a pocket here. And then this here, I can put anything that I want on here. And then this also is a belly band, but this one's just a little bit wider. Like, see how much wider that one is? And then it has paper clips, so if I want to paper clip something on there. And then we have alibis, which this has a pocket, so I can add stuff here if I want to. And then you can add there's a pocket here. And then we have motives, which this flips out. I just glued that down. And this, I don't remember if I made this a pocket or not. Nope, that's not a pocket, it's just there. And then, what else did I do? This is just the journal itself. And you're like, wow, why is there so much in there? Because there's a lot that goes to these. And this is theories, and this is just pocket. So if I want to stick anything in there. But there's also pages for me to write different things on. And then we get to notes. And there's nothing on, this is just says notes. This doesn't do anything fancy. And then I have these pages for that signature there. So that is the whole journal itself. Then we go to week 1. Let's add the week 1 notes while I'm thinking of it. So we're going to go back here to the section where it said notes. So there's notes. And I have done this up like this. I'm going to put this in the week 1 notes. I just have to glue these little pieces here, and these little pieces that I have here come off of the Wednesday share. And I want to first, I did write that on there, but I don't like that there. So we're going to take this. If I was in frame, it would be nice, but we're going to take this and we're going to put this on here like this, like so. And then I'm going to put record right here like so. And what is on here is, if you didn't see 4 a.m. Junk Journals video, I will leave it linked down below, is at the end of the video, she tells you I'm going to take this and just move it over here because I kind of like it better like that. All the things that we know so far. So I will read them off and you can go over and listen to what she has to say, but this is what I've picked up so far. And then the other stuff I will be adding to. So far in this week, which is week 1, there's no full timeline that has been released up until the unaliving. She was found in her own office. No signs of forced entry. Nothing was destroyed. No suspects been named yet. No evidence of a long struggle. So, some items look disturbed. No further details at this time, and no weapon has been found. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right here. So when I open this up, it'll be here and I can add to it. I can add it here if I want. Maybe we should add it here so that we still have space to, yeah, I think I'm going to add it here. So it'll be like a flip thing and I still have all that other space to write on. So these are week 1 notes. So we have the notes page and we have these. So this was just made out of an envelope. I just cut the envelope open and then added the paper so that I can continue to write on. That's all I did with that. So the notes have been added. So then I'm going to go back here to Yep, there's going to be a lot of flipping because I make sure everything is added in the right spot. She was supposed to go to a blood drive at the Blackwood Academy facility, which there's no date on here yet because I am not sure of that. So on the back, she did not, these were released during the video that Christy at 4 a.m. Junk Journals did not show up to the blood drive. It was organized by Dr. Vanessa Hammond, who is the victim. Kept reminding everyone how important it was when she didn't show, which was strange. They thought she was delayed, caught up maybe with a student. After a while, it became concerning, and she was found by administrative assistant Claire Donnelly. So this I made myself, so I'm going to add this here on here because it was a faculty thing. So I'm going to add this here as a flip with all my notes on here, and then if I have to add any more, I'll be able to add more, right? So we're going to add this right here. Like so. So there we got that. So there's the blood drive. And then we have our notes right there. And of course, I still have all this space to add when more comes about. So then I have this one, which is the paramedic that showed up to the crime scene. And we are going to put that one right here. I also made this one. And he is the one that pronounced. So I'm just going to write here. He pronounced shortly after. So I'm just going to put that on there because we don't have a time yet. And then when we get a time, I'll be able to add it. So I'm just going to put that there so that we'll be able to add more to that when we have more information. That's all. When we get a name or anything like that, we can add it. So we have that piece of the puzzle. Alright, so then I have all of this right here. And these are all the notes. all the notes. And I'm going to, okay, so they found her in the main facility wing. And where we had the main facility wing, where was it? Now I don't remember where I put the main facility wing. Right here's the main facility wing. So I'm just gonna glue this right here, because this is where she was found, in the main facility wing. Like that. In her office at the main facility wing, we have that piece. And then we have the door. It's closed door, knocked, called her name, nothing. We're gonna note that because that is important, and it was with Claire Donnelly. So we're gonna put that on there. And we're also going to put open the door, saw her on the floor laying on her side, indent on her head, blood on the floor beside her. And we're also going to put stayed near the door, called for help, did not touch or move anything. And that is going to be all over here like this, because this is all stuff that Claire Donnelly had said during the video. So that cluster is going right there, and we're going to put that as for the door. So we're going to glue that. We're going to glue that right now. And of course I'm going to make it a fancy little cluster type thing. So let's get the glue in, because I think it's important that this part all goes here, because it has to do with what Claire, you know, discovered. So that's why I am putting this all right here. Maybe this goes, I gotta make sure it looks looks like looks okay when I glue it down, because I don't want it to look weird. I am very detailed oriented when I do this stuff. There we go. Maybe like that will look better. Alright, so this will go first, and it can go under that corner. Because we might have to come back to this stuff, and that's why I like to have this kind of stuff documented when it comes out, for sure. And you know, I may go back and pull some more off of the Wednesday sheet, never know, because we're gonna put that right there too. There might be something on there that I can use for this, you know. And we this is all noted. So we'll put that there, like that. Noted. And this was all, I see like that blends in, so I need something to make that jump out at me. And we are going to, why don't we grab our scissors, and we can grab this. Why don't we just use this confidential right now, because we can label her, put her name over top of it. I have to fussy cut, I'm sorry. And I'm going to use this little observe. Why don't we use this observe and questions? Because, yeah, I do have a few questions about that. So, I'm going to cut these quick. I'll be right back. Okay, they're cut out. I'm just going to, I got them laid where I want them, so I'm just going to glue them down. I started to glue them down and forgot that I didn't have the camera on. So yeah, there's that. But we are going to do that quickly. Didn't move my scraps out of the way. Of course I didn't. Why would Tara want to do something smart? Then we're going to use this little ticket that says confidential, because as of right now, it is confidential. Nobody knows who discovered her. So we're just going to leave that like that until it comes out who discovered her. So we're just going to put confidential, and then we're going to put Claire Donnelly right there. So that's for the door. And then for this, I did, she is professor of ethics, no right or wrong, consequences of responsibilities, all the hard questions safely theoretically. That was also in the videos because she was a professor. So I put this, I'm going to put this here because this is important. I would assume because of her job. So we're going to put that there. Until we have more to add to that, we're going to put that one there. And then when we come over to here, we're going to we're going to put this right here, because this is, you can't really see on here, but this is Claire Donnelly. So I'm going to put her name on here, and I'm just going to make this like a pocket type thing. So if I want to add anything in her pocket, I can, like that. And then I'm going to put this on here like this, because she is the one who called emergency personnel, and I want that on there like so. And then I'm going to put this as in an exhibit like that. I haven't labeled the exhibit numbers yet, but when I come back I will do the exhibit numbers. And she also called Mistress Whitmore, and I do believe this would be head Mistress Whitmore. So I'm also going to put this here, and I'm only going to put this as a tuck spot. If I need to glue it down more, I will, if I have, so that way if I have to add anything I can. So we have a tuck spot there, so that's what I have added. And then this here I'm going to put up here, I do believe, or do I want to put it here? I'm not sure. I really want to put it on here, but I was also thinking about here, like that. Like that. I think I'm gonna put it right there on the casebook. So after I glue this, that's all of my updates for week 1 of what I have done. So when week 2 comes out, I will be back with more updates, or if she releases anything else, I will put them in my casebook. That was my flip through. That is my casebook. I will be working on this as, you know, everything progresses. If you like this and you want to see more of these types of videos, you know what to do. And I hope to see you around. Bye.